Hello, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. We have a lot to talk about tonight. Did Jack and Lily go in the woods? I don't think so. And we're going to talk about how far they could have really gotten in 20 minutes. What the data says. Also, more lies that we are going to show you that, in my opinion, Daniel and his mother have continued to spread. And we're going to talk about all of that and a hell of a lot more on the other side of this.
Big rain, come along with me. Together with the truth you'll see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the light and share the vibe. Crush those pearls, let's take the ride. Helen here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Spreading truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the light and share the vibe. Catch those pearls, let's take the ride. Come in here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the light and share the vibe. Crush those pearls, let's take the ride. Come in here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear.
The pearls were bound together through the storm and darkest weather. We search high, we search low, together everywhere we go. Justin's here and he's going live with the best fans by my side. We're a family, we hold strong. Together we can right the wrong. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea. We are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea. We are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars, searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea, we are one in this community. In the night or in the day, girls will light and lead the way. Just as hard and love support, together we will hold the fort. Lily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care.
Click play and come along with me. Together with the truth you see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comment here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comment here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Come along with me. Together with the truth you see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal.
Well, hello, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options, anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is July 21st, 2025. It is currently 7:30 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States of America. Hello, everyone. Good to see you all. You know a channel where they play elevator music? Whatever works, right? Whatever works. Guys, we have a lot to talk about. I have been digging, and digging, honey. So we've got to get to it. Also, oh, I need to say something. Little okay. Brandy. Let me just make sure that she is okay. 2 seconds, guys. Brandy and Indy said she was blocked. She emailed me and I checked and it doesn't say that she's blocked at all, but she just sent me her thing here. And I just want to make sure she is not. Let's see here. Let's just make sure. Nope. Brandy, you are not blocked, baby. Try to type in the chat. Let me just make sure. One more thing, guys. Sorry. I just want to make sure of this. Because Brandy's an OG here. We love her. We love everybody, but... Nope. Nope. 110% Brandy, not blocked. I seen her yesterday. Yeah, she emailed me and she's like, Justin, why did y'all block me? And I'm like, well, baby, we would never block you. Ginger's been really tired. She's been working a lot. I talked to her. Not sure what happened last night. You know, let me tell you something, Brandy. This happens sometimes, and people will be like, well, fine, if nobody's going to respond to me, I guess I'll leave or whatever. Like that'll happen. And everyone in chat will be like, well, I didn't see you till just now. And I think it's a glitch. And especially if you change your name. Yep. If you change your name, it's definitely a YouTube glitch. Yeah. I don't always see everyone just, yep. I've seen people, I've been in other chats and they're like, well, why is this not working? You know, they're like, why is nobody responding to me? And I'll be like, well, that's the first time we saw you right there. So there's that, you know what I mean? So, thank you so much, Tina. Good to see you. I've been working it, girl, honey. I've been working it. Guys, thank you all so much for joining me. I really do appreciate you. We have a lot to talk about in this live stream. So grab your snacks, your favorite beverage, get comfortable, because the lies are still continuing and we are busting them down more every day. So please hit that thumbs up button. Would really appreciate it. Consider sharing this live out on your favorite social media. Share that link in whatever social media you choose. That really, really helps. We are almost at 25,000. All because of you guys. All because of y'all. So thank you so much. Really do appreciate you. I had a bigger channel and I had to restart another channel. So we're growing. We're growing. We're getting there. Thank you so much, Joanne. Really do appreciate you, my dear. 11 months, darling. So happy to be here. 11 months. Thank you for everything you do. Good to see you, Joanne. Hope you are well, my love. Hope you are well. Appreciate you, my dear, for all you do. Thank you so much. And Mom First Always. Good to see you, my dear. Thank you so much. Nice to see you all. Was a busy a couple of weeks. God, please look over all the missing children. Amen. Way too many missing. One is too many. God, please help the children. Amen. Thank you so much, Mom First Always. And thank you so much for 13 months of continued support. I can't thank you enough, truly. Thank you so much. And Angel of Life, darling, you're so good to me. Thank you so much. Happy new week, Justin. Thank you for all you do. Much love. And Remy, thank you so much, my beautiful angel of life. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Good to see you. And there's Crab Man. How you doing? Or Lobster Man. Lobster. Lobster Man. Thank you so much, Lobster Man. Good to see you. Really do appreciate you. All right, y'all. We do have a lot to talk about in this live. And I don't even know where the hell to start, to be quite honest with you. Let me see here. I wanted where do I even start? So yesterday, Daniel says and he's being very disrespectful to Belinda. And let me tell you something, Daniel, that's not giving you any points toward anybody with you being disrespectful. Did I say Belinda, didn't I? To Belinda. Don't be disrespectful to someone who has done nothing to you, is only asking the questions that doesn't make any sense whatsoever to begin with, right? And she is an elder, right? I know, Daniel, I'm sure, I hope you were taught to respect elders like that. Now, coming from Janie, I'm not really sure, but I digress. But yesterday, he said, believe it or not, Lilly had a black eye from Wednesday, 2 days before the disappearance. A Tonka truck swung up and hit her in the face at Patty's house. She pushed down on it when she was going around the floor. That can happen. It can happen, but I don't believe it happened to Lilly. I don't believe it happened to her like that at all. The timing is very sus. Yes, it is. Very sus, for crying out loud. Yes, sure is. And that being said, I really believe with every fiber of my being, my own personal opinion, there was a reason, and it wasn't a cough, that Lilly and Jack didn't go to school Thursday, and Friday they came up missing. Right? Yep, and I fell down the stairs a lot and hit my eyes a lot of doorknobs, Daniel. Your stories mean nothing. Yeah. Yep. He is completely, just absolutely at this point, just unbelievable. Now, Daphne and I were talking. And you know how, damn, maybe if I can pull it up real quick just to show you, because some of y'all may not know what she said right here. I know we've seen it a lot over the last few days, but I want to show you a point so you'll understand it right here. Guys, do me a favor, please hit that thumbs up. Come on, y'all. Hit me, baby, one more time. We get 1,000 thumbs up. We have a chicken party. You don't want to miss the chicken party. It's a clucking good time. That's all I'm going to say. Okay? All right, here we go. So, oh, whoops. Let me show. Okay. One little comment. You see, liars from Liarville, you never know what may snap a little idea with something you said before. And it may just make you look a little sus. And what? Ginger, there you are, darling. Good to see you. Maurice, everyone. Hello. Thank you so much. Yes. That's right, Fran. We sure do. We sure do. Now, listen to what she says here. Right up here. And it's something that most people would never even think of, maybe.
There's an old road up back. When I got up to the end, to the top of the hill, I met Daniel. And I said to him, I said, did you find them? He said, no. He said, you coming with me? I said, no. I said, I'm going to search this area. Because when she told me the kids were missing, you automatically think they went into the woods. That was my first instinct. So I went up and I did this whole area, this whole wooded area, right up to the top of the dirt road, came back down here and came back down the side of the road, came back down here and came back up the same spot. I went back into the house. By the time the cops were here, I don't know exactly what time, I didn't take my phone. The cops were here.
She says she didn't take her phone here. She says she did not take her phone. Now to a tragedy in Cape Breton. Sorry, help me out here. 1 second. Now, what time was the call made? What time was the call made? Didn't go into the woods and I-1 took them. That's why drones are still what? Gotcha. Daniel says 10 o'clock, but it had to be before 10 o'clock. Had to be before 10 o'clock. Right? It certainly had to be before 10 o'clock, right? I think it was like 9:50, something like that. Well, damn, hold on 1 second. Check this out. Check this out, y'all. There is, she talks to someone at 10:19. She's already on the phone. She says she did not take her phone. Right? She didn't take her phone. And she is searching. So she's saying she only searched 10 minutes. She searched 10 minutes too. Oh my God. Oh my God. So she searched 10 minutes too? She searched this entire area in 10 minutes. Let me find it. Let me show you right here. You mean to tell me that she searched this entire area in 10 minutes? All of this. All of this. Several acres of land right here. She searched all of this in 10 minutes. Oh, yeah, sure, because something about she wasn't going into town, I don't think. Well, what I'm saying is she says she didn't take her phone, but by 10:20, she is already on the phone. 10:19. I think it's 10:19. Something like that. I'm pretty sure. Ooh, sorry, my computer's trying to give me some hell right now. So she says, let me find it. Or she didn't search like she said. Maybe she wanted to make sure the kids were hidden, in my opinion. So Janie said she didn't bring the phone to search all around for the kids, yet police weren't there. But she stated police got there when she got done searching. If you look at her calls on her phone, it doesn't make sense. She's on the phone at 10:19, yet police got there at 10:12, right? Police got there at 10:12. Oh, really, Minnie? Goodness. Minnie, why are you not a mod? Why are you not a mod? You've always been a mod. Stacy, how you doing, girl? Appreciate you. He drowned? Oh, no. That's terrible. Thank you so much, Stacy. You are an OG girl. How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you so much, my dear. Really, really do appreciate you. I always thought you were a mod. You were a mod? I'm almost certain. Okay. All right. I'll try to fix that. All right. So I wanted to, we have done how far a 4 and a 6-year-old could go, right? But I wanted to know how far how far like a 4 and a 6-year-old could go average before they are found. Now, today I did how far a 4-year-old can go in 20 minutes. In 20 minutes. And you might be relatively shocked. You might be relatively shocked because you have to remember there are a lot of factors that play into this, right? One is he's 4. The other, he has a diaper on, maybe just a diaper. And another is it's Canada and it's cold, it's cool, and it's rainy. Lots of rain that day. Lots of rain that day. They're not, those kids, if they were out there in the rain, you remember Daniel's first interview when he has his blue shirt on. It is pouring down the rain, right? Pouring down the rain. Well, I'm going to show you some very interesting things. They're not getting far at all in those woods. Not at all, Paige. Not at all. Is it a tap out shirt? It's no, it's the blue one, the dark navy blue one. I don't believe they ever went outside either. Yep. I agree. Justice Mama, thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support. Good to see you. I am scared of the woods. I know those babies are. What incentive would these kids have to be outside playing in their swing, allegedly, which I don't believe, and then to break out of the gate, raining, cool, cold? Even Daniel says Jack doesn't like the woods. Janie says Jack doesn't like the woods. They say they don't like to be cold. Right? In my opinion, Granny went in and out of the mobile whenever she wanted. Wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me. But Granny says she doesn't know what goes on over there. I beg to differ. 2 seconds after doing this interview, she went out over the ambulance. Okay, I want to show you that in a second. All right. So let me pull up my little presentation here and we'll get it started. How many thumbs up? Were they shut in the shed? Hold on, I can't see that. What was that? Were they shut in the shed? If not convenient for parents, they wouldn't be the first. That is true. They wouldn't be the first. But I will say this. They didn't even talk about looking in the shed. They didn't even talk about looking in the shed. They didn't talk about looking in the chicken coop. Didn't talk about looking in Janie's home. Didn't talk about looking in the little shed caddy corner, which I didn't even know that there was one until recently, right? Thank you so much, Minnie. In my opinion, all the cleanup is for CPS Meadow, not JNL. Bing, 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 bing. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. How you doing? Yes. Yeah. Sure is. Yes. Yes. Absolutely is. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, Charlotte. Good to see you, love. Sorry, my first instinct was had been looking. Yeah. I'll be honest with you. With the bruises that is on those kids, and you see Jack with different like bruises on his chin or cuts or something. I just don't know if he should ever have a kid in his presence, to be honest with you. I just, that really worries me. I think he'll be better to his child, Meadow, than obviously Jack and Lily. But I think he's got a short fuse with that stuff, to be quite honest with you. So a 4-year-old in a diaper and a shirt walking alone in the woods for 20 minutes, maximum distance. And this is maximum. And this is booking it. This is just booking it the whole way. And Jack obviously wasn't that type. Uninterrupted and clear terrain, which this is everything but. They could go 0.6 to 1.2 miles. But that's not it. Average walking speed for a 4-year-old, a standard pace is 1 to 1.5 miles per hour, right? At this rate, for 20 minutes, they could be 0.33 to a half of a mile. Now, this is like you're walking on a road. This is like you're walking on a road. Rubber boots. You can't run in rubber boots, right? I know I've had rubber boots on, and you can't run in rubber boots. That is for sure. If they're moving fast or panicked, running or speed walking, They could possibly go up to 2 miles an hour. But what do you hear Janie say? Jack doesn't like to walk like that. Come on, Jackie. Come on, Jackie. Come on, Jackie. Right? You can't even closely walk like that, right? So possibly that's about 0.66 miles in 20 minutes. 1 second. Apologize. Sam's Club is here right now, delivering stuff at the last minute. I thought I was going to get it tomorrow. Okay. I apologize. Yeah, just tell him to put it in the living room. That's fine. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Okay. My microwave went out. I got I got to have my microwave, y'all. I got to have my microwave for my tea. Okay? I got to have it. Okay, so if they're moving fast or panicked, or running or speed walking, possibly up to 2 miles per hour, that's 0.66 miles, little over half a mile in 20 minutes. But that's still not right. But in wooded terrain, you have roots, underbrush, rocks, elevation. You also have a lot of trees, right? You also have a lot of trees blown over from that storm. A lot. That means the children, Jack specifically, is maximum he's going to get in 20 minutes is 0.33 miles. 0.3 miles. That's nothing in 20 minutes. Right? Maximum, we're talking. Is it confirmed one pink boot was found inside? I have no idea. I've heard that, but I have no idea on that. No, they didn't go in the woods. But this is just another thing, right? Less than, 0.2 of a mile. 0.3 of a mile. They didn't go. Where did Malaya search? She didn't. Never did. Never did. Didn't go in the woods at all. in my opinion. And I believe that I'm going to show you one thing, because after that fight, we are not being told about that fight. We are not being told everything. There was 2 fights. Janie she's like a little spat, right? Daniel said they were blaming me. They were blaming me. Janie says something very, very interesting I picked up on after I was listening to a little bit more of her recordings. And I thought, oh, got it. Got it. So I need y'all to listen to Janie for one moment, because she did not do Daniel any help, nor herself any help, to be quite honest with you. At all. Let's see here. Mary Ann, thank you so very much, my dear. I really do appreciate you. I know. Thank you so much for your support, honey. I pray to God that this does not go cold. I pray to God. Oh, also, did I upload that? I was listening to, I go back and listen to these things sometimes, and I was listening to something. Did y'all know that there is a camera around that area somewhere? Yep, okay, I uploaded. I'll play it in a second. Thank you so much, Marianne. Really do appreciate you so much, my dear. Thank you. Really do appreciate you. Fran, good to see you, hun. Thank you so much. Don't forget, we love Spicy Justin and you mods. The night is young. The night is young. Thank you so much, Fran. Really do appreciate you. Peacemaker, thank you so much, my friend. Good to see you. Hope you are well. Thank you, love. Thank you so much. And Jen, thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you. If you received that pearl necklace, make sure you thank our beautiful Jen there for gifting you that, my dear. Thank you so much, love. And Brandy and Indy, this is who Brand Flakes is right now. Just wanted to let y'all know that's Brandy and Indy. Thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you. I'm glad we got that straightened out. Thank you, Canadian, for gifting 2 pearl necklaces. Really do appreciate you, honey. How you doing, beautiful Canadian? Thank you for gifting 2. If you received one of those, make sure you give our beautiful Canadian cookie a big, big thank you. And what am I doing? Thank you, Pippa. How you doing, friend? Good to see you, Pippa. Hope you are well. Thank you so very much for your support. Really do appreciate you. And Miss Maria, good to see you, love. Thank you so much for your support, honey. 5 months. Thank you so very much. Okay. All right. So Janie was complaining about the family. The other side of the family, right? And remember, there was 2 fights, and I do not believe we are being told everything. Remember when Malaya's friend or whoever it was came out and talked about Daniel on drugs, or or allegedly doing drugs in the bathroom, and she says Malaya comes out to the end of the driveway, and she's like, listen, girl, we got to talk. And Malaya breaks down and starts crying and says that Daniel has allegedly been on meth for the last 2.5+ years, right? And so that being said, listen we're not being told everything. I guarantee it, in my opinion. The neighbors see with their own eyes what's happening at that house. Mm-hmm. It's new. You showed us. What's that, baby kisses? We believe Malaya had made a deal with police, hence the silence. I hope. I hope. Listen to this. Listen, this little bit right here.
On May 1st, nobody was here. On May 2nd, when Jack and Lily disappeared, the people that stayed here on May
Just listen.
2nd was Malaya's two great aunts and Malaya's grandmother stayed the night. On that Friday, May 2nd, the ones that were in the trailer, which was a family reunion, was Malaya's mother, Cindy.
Now, just we're listening to this. Yeah, Kim, I know who you're talking about. And I don't personally follow them. They don't do statement analysis. They do sorry guys, my brain goes I can't think of the word. They do like facial. What's the word am I looking for? That's what they do. And I'm not a big fan of them, to be quite honest with you. No. Well, yeah, they do it's behavior, but that's not what I'll think of it in a minute. Yeah, body language, but there's another, I'll think of it in a second. And I just think that they're anyway, I'll get stuck on stupid. So, but I think statement analysis is where it's at, to be quite honest with you. And I think, just respectfully, those individuals changed a long time ago. Micro expressions. There we go. Yeah. That, but it's also something else. I'm trying to think. Anyway, I think they are more stuck on their, how can I put this gently? Their sponsors. Yeah. Really. Patterns is, yeah. Statement analysis is, in my opinion, is much more accurate than, let me tell you something. So I have Lyme's disease and I am a lot better than I used to be, but I can't think sometimes. I can see that, but I can't say it. And, if you're twitching your face a certain way or whatever, I don't know. Like, I twitch all the time because I have Lyme's disease. I just don't like the facial analysis or anything like that. So, love you guys. Pray for those babies and the truth comes out. Yeah. But listen to what she says right here. Listen to what Janie says right here.
Malaya's grandmother, Patty. Malaya's aunt.
Thank you, Eileen.
I don't know her name. I never met her. Malaya's two great aunts. I never met them. And Cindy's boyfriend. We're all in the big trailer, eating, drinking coffee. I don't believe any of them went out searching on that Saturday after everybody left, after the
Absolutely.
Fight or the altercation at the end of the driveway, everybody left. Except Malaya's grandmother Patty was here. And she,
Okay. Now, notice how she talks about altercation. Again, what started the altercation? Altercations, there was two. And she talks about everyone left. Now she's going to insert something else.
she was going to stay the night. But I think it was Corey, Haley's boyfriend, came and took her. She did not want to leave. But Corey came and took her, and they all left. There was nobody here after that when everybody left on Saturday evening. She told me that if I
Saturday evening. Hold on one
back
second.
off
I think I missed it myself.
on that
One. That's why you got to go back and listen to this. 1 second. Hold on.
disappeared. The people that stayed here on May 2nd was Malaya's two great aunts and Malaya's grandmother stayed the night. On that Friday, May 2nd, the ones that were in the trailer, which was a family reunion, was Malaya's mother, Cindy, Malaya's grandmother, Patty, Malaya's aunt,
Okay, we don't.
I don't know her name,
Come
I never
on.
met her, Malaya's two great aunts, I never met them, and Cindy's boyfriend. We're all in the big trailer, eating, drinking coffee. I don't believe
gotta
any
eat
of
and
them went
drink.
out searching
Oh, that's what I wanted you to play. That's what I wanted to play
on
right there.
that Saturday after. I believe any of them went out searching
Listen.
on that Saturday after everybody left, after the fight or the altercation.
She says, she's bitching about them eating and being there and all of that, but she talks about the family was all there. This fight or two broke out right out in the driveway. And then she says everybody left. There was no more searching. No more searching. Now, this is my opinion, what I'm about to say. If it had been less than 24 hours, maybe 36 hours at the time, that your grandchildren, you say, left in the woods, right? You say, walked in the woods or whatever. You wouldn't leave. Your family wouldn't leave. They would be out there searching. They would be out there searching. Whatever happened, there was conversations. There had to be conversations between, in my opinion, between Daniel's family or Malaya talking to her family that night, and something blew up because someone knew something. They blew up and they left because, in my opinion, they knew that the searching wasn't going to bring them home. That they weren't out in those woods right there. right? You have all kinds of family, right? All kinds of family in that, ladies in the home that night, right? And then Malaya's friend says Daniel's in the bathroom doing, allegedly, insinuating, in my opinion, that he was doing rugs. And, they talk overnight and all that. And then shit hits the fan twice. Twice. And that is when they started blaming Daniel. That he did this. You get what I mean? Started blaming Daniel. They all left. They didn't search anymore. Well, what I'm saying is, I think Malaya told her mother. I really do, in my opinion. Told maybe some other family members that something was going on with Daniel. Right? That something happened to these kids the night they were over there after they caught Daniel in the bathroom. And then I think the next day, the day that they had the press conference, Malaya's family blows up on Daniel's family. Just blows up. Mother chicken, you've been doing this to my daughter, my grandkids. Who the f do you think you are? Right? One of those. There's a couple arguments, fights out in the yard. And Janie says they stopped searching. Daniel says they were blaming me. I think they knew that it was pointless to go in those woods, even on Saturday. Even on Saturday. Because I believe Malaya told at least her mom. Maybe not everything, but I do believe more. Yes, Lorraine. Yes. Yep. They leave that evening. After all of that happens. She never comes back. Yep. What did you say? I missed it there a second. So Malaya and the kids with Daniel at Patty's house on Wednesday. Patty is the one who told Derwood to get Malaya out of that house because alleged abuse. Mm-hmm. Yep. 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 So Janie said she heard Daniel yelling at Jack and thought he was yelling because Jack let the chickens out. What happened to that story? Well, that was Friday morning. Right now we're talking about Saturday after the press conference. Right? All around. Don't lie. It's a drug place. I believe this 100%. Oh, I do too. I believe the neighbor. I didn't give him a lot of credit in the beginning, but he didn't say they were doing rugs. He just said there was a lot of cars there, right? Even literally out to the road. And he was a little prejudiced toward them because the place was junky. And he's like, well, what? And he said he just prejudged him. And he thought, oh, they're probably in there, smoking something. And then he said, the kids go, he said when they heard the kids were missing, he saw which house it was, he was like, I was just thinking the other day when those cars were by there. Right? Janie sounds like she drank hard liquor all day. Perhaps. I don't know. Becca, thank you so much, dear. Appreciate you very much. Hope you are well. Welcome to the Pearl family. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Welcome, Becca. And thank you, Jane. Really do appreciate you, darling. Hi. All it's 1:20 in the morning here, so I have arrived a little late. Where are we now since last night? Well, we are talking about the continued lies of, in my opinion, well, some things are absolutely provable with Daniel, and in my opinion, Janie as well. So that's where we're at as well. Thank you so much, my dear. And thank you, Holly. Good to see you, love. Appreciate you very much. Yeah. So I don't believe, in my opinion, that Janie, just my opinion, searched all of this area in 10 minutes. I don't see it. I don't see it. And they're all going this way. Why are they going this way? Why is, they're going here where the little tree house is or whatever the thing, and Daniel is spotted up, he said, somewhere back here on the road. But Daniel is supposed to be in his car, right? Daniel, how the hell did your mom see you back there whenever they came, emergency services, they were already in the area? Hell yeah, it's a long walk for her. Yes. She's, not in the best health, number one. And, sounds like she took a ashtray from her throat, and with anger as well. So, I don't, Janie's one thing, but Daniel, remember, Daniel was yelling for outside yelling. And he went searching, right? He had to go searching because Janie apparently manifested herself out on the porch after Daniel was screaming a few minutes later, after she paid no attention to Daniel screaming. And the next thing she says is she steps out on the porch, and that's when she sees Malaya standing with Meadow in the driveway. She doesn't say how, what makes her step outside. She wakes up 10 minutes later, steps out on the porch, and that's when she sees out there. Now, this was the narrative that they were trying to drive home. This is the narrative that Derwood kept saying. Oh, Malaya she was out there, by gums, I tell you, out next to the road, and Janie saw her, and she thought Malaya had this real suspicious look in her eyes, guys. I'm daggone done telling you. That's what he said. Right. Now he is saying Daniel said yesterday, I think it was. Yesterday. What was it? Who did Daphne, where did Daniel say that Malaya was never out the road? Didn't he say that yesterday somewhere? Or the other day? Daniel sounds like a liar, Janie as well. I hope you guys liked my thumbnail today. If you guys know the movie, it's an old movie. It's Liar Liar by Jim Carrey. I have Daniel and Janie dressed up in the Liar Liar suit. Yes, so it was yesterday. Thank you, Mama Angie. Yesterday, Daniel says, no, Malaya was never out there. Okay, so can y'all make sense of why you guys said she was out there? Why you said she was out there to begin with, number one. And then number two, why would Malaya be standing outside of the damn fence right there in the driveway with the child? Like she's not looking. Why? Remember what old Derwood said. Daniel also said yesterday that on picture day, that Lilly gave Jack the black eye. Lilly gave Jack the black eye. Right. Oh, I want to, for my Nova Scotians in here and just for everyone in general, this is a minute long. I want to just show you this real quick. Because this happened in Nova Scotia today.
Little boy died over the weekend after apparently running off and going over the edge of a cliff. CTV's Ryan McDonald at the scene for us. And Ryan, this is just a terrible incident.
Todd, the community of New Waterford has been reeling ever since a terrible tragedy that happened here alongside these oceanside cliffs over the weekend. On Saturday afternoon, Cape Breton Regional Police were called to a report of a missing child who was on the autism spectrum here in New Waterford. They say the mother noticed that the child, who police have confirmed was a 6-year-old boy, had escaped through a kitchen window, and that emergency personnel called to the scene included the Regional Police Dive Unit, Fire Rescue, and EHS. They say that shortly after 2 p.m., first responders found the child's body in the water at the bottom of cliffs off Convent Street. The child's name has not been released. Meanwhile, last evening's parade and fireworks that are typically part of the community's annual Coal Dust Day summer festival were cancelled by organizers out of respect for the child's family. Deputy Fire Chief Gerald Cody says it was a difficult call to have to respond to.
We went down to the Bearswa, that's the harbour, and there was a gentleman out there with a sea-doo, and he said that he knew where he was, so the boys went out in the boat. They took him in, and the boys put him on the boat and took the young fellow to shore.
And in a news release that was issued to media over the weekend, Cape Breton Regional Police say that the matter remains under investigation.
That's really sad. That's really, really sad. Reston, I'm just so sorry to that little. But I just want you to. I want you to hear what, and remember, Derwood is getting this information at this time, at that time, and still is. From who is he getting it from? Who is he getting his information from? Daniel and Janie. Daniel and Janie. Right. Listen to what he says happens. And now, listen to what Daniel said yesterday. Listen to what Janie said in her interview.
I'm the Malaya side of the family.
Gotcha. Right.
Not even her own mother. Not even her own mother.
Mm-hmm.
And I gained Malaya's trust, and she agreed to talk to me this afternoon to meet, because there was a couple of things that I can only get. I know everything else. I believe I do, and I'm very sure I do. I know everything that happened.
Okay.
I'm friends with Daniel, and I'm friends with Daniel's family, and they trust me. And of course, my family on this side,
Zero.
they trust me.
Uh-huh.
So I'm not overly, I don't know what.
So listen to
No,
this.
Malaya took off to the reservation, and she's with her Indian family now, and they're all around her.
Okay. I've heard
The
that. Yeah.
Brooks family. That's where her name Brooks comes from.
Okay.
And she's with the Brooks family right now. And CPS took Meadow, no doubt, because she was living at Cindy's place supposedly under 24-hour supervision by her mother and her mother's man.
Right.
But anyway, she ended up. We had a little event there yesterday.
Thank you, Playful
And
Learning.
I think I caused it. I meant to stir things up because there was nothing happening.
Not
and
magic.
I meant to stir things up, and I did.
I noticed
And
that.
she panicked. This is my belief now. She panicked, grabbed Meadow, and took off to the reservation. And she feels safe at the reservation in amongst her native family. They're all very close.
Okay.
And that's where her lawyer is too. Her lawyer who represents her
I
is a
think you
native
should
lawyer.
be arrested.
I believe the chief on that reservation is a female now, and I've referred to the chief on that reservation a few times as he. I think it's a female.
Okay.
We're get in touch with Malaya because
Listen to this.
initially she took off, hid, and shut right down. Like I said, she wouldn't talk to her mother. She wouldn't talk to anybody in the family at all.
I don't believe that.
She just shut right up. So I spent most of my first time looking into this. My family called me. They live over in Truro, that side of my family, mostly in Truro. I'm 40 miles east of that.
Uh-huh.
And Lansdowne is 20 miles. So
Let's get to
his
what
name
you
is
said.
Martell, but his uncle's looking around.
Let's get to what you said with the thing.
This is why I'm trying to communicate this stuff on social outlets.
Media.
That's the big deal. This has been worked up so big because just
Listen.
a couple people made a couple little mistakes.
Yeah, a couple people made a couple little mistakes, says Derwood. This is so simple. So simple. He thinks he has the answers and the RCMP doesn't. Right. Lisa B. always, there's one specific brother that she has like 4, maybe even 5 brothers, but there's one specific brother I think that is more close to Janie and Daniel.
At the start of this, there's no murder, there's no abduction, there's no no child trafficking. There's
Listen.
no big meth house. There's no none of that.
Where's the kids? That's the main thing. Just where are they?
And what's interesting right there, I just noticed, Derwood says there's no big meth house. I have never heard anyone talk about math. I've heard it be called a drug house, but I've never heard anyone call it a math house. And this was before the math thing came out. Just as a note. Just as a note for you guys. So, Derwood is the one who called it a math house. Never heard anyone else calling it a math house until Derwood called it a math house. And then Malaya's cousin comes out, or Malaya's friend comes out, maybe cousin, I don't know, and talks about that. So,
This is why I just told you I'm sick to my stomach right now, because I was just about to meet with Malaya, and there's one piece of information that I needed off Malaya, and she was ready to give it to me.
No, she wasn't.
Then her family on the reservation strongly advised her they didn't think it was safe to talk to me. Now, that's a big mistake, because believe this or not, she's my family. And I wanted to help Malaya.
Right.
And I wanted to help her, because I do know so much about this, and I know what happened. And believe this or not.
Well, but if you know what happened, why are you not telling RCMP?
I told, and this is another thing. Every time I talk on here, people say, "Oh, he's got to tell the cops. Got to tell the cops." I told the cops. They're not acting on what I told them at all. And the last couple of pieces, the last important piece of information I got, I refused to tell them. And I'll tell you why. What I need Malaya for now is I know that Malaya took the kids to the side of the road, and I know she transferred the kids into a vehicle.
Uh-huh. Now, it's interesting how he was talking to Janie and Daniel. And this was the narrative that they were putting out. Even Janie said on the CBC, Malaya standing there in the driveway, just looking toward her RV. Now, Daniel, as of yesterday, says Malaya was not out there. I'd have some of the RCMP tell me that they know this. Oh yeah, they know he's a doofus of the highest caliber.
This was early in the morning, and I know the vehicle took the kids out of there, the two kids.
He knows the vehicle that took the two kids out of there. I would never give this guy a microphone again. Ever give him a microphone again. I find it, the reason I'm playing him now is because of what Daniel said yesterday, because he was getting his information from Janie and Daniel.
Now, I believe Malaya's intention then, Daniel was asleep, and I believe Malaya's intention then was to go in and get the baby.
Yep.
And take the baby and then take off
That's
too. Malaya
no
wanted out of there for at least a few weeks before the disappearance. And so what she did, she made a mistake doing it that way. But you've got to know Malaya. Malaya's a very mild-mannered person. She's not. There's no aggression in Malaya. She's a very peaceful,
Yeah,
mild-mannered person.
she doesn't seem like an aggressive person. She seems like a non-confrontational person.
Very non-confrontational. Does not believe in, like, for kids. She does not believe in any kind of corporal punishment. Like, she does not believe in a slap on the butt or even a slap on the hands.
Mm-hmm.
Now.
So, and that's what everybody says about Malaya, right? I just ate 2 tacos and it ain't even Tuesday. How you doing, girl? Yes, ma'am. Sometimes you need a taco. The beginning of the week too. He is saying this, right? Malaya would never hit the kids. She's not that type of person. Belinda says that. I believe Belinda. But why? Like, she stayed with Daniel for 2.5 years. And if she doesn't do that, why did she allow Daniel to do that for 2.5 years? And now they're missing. Was it just fear? Because I don't know if I would be scared of someone trying to hurt my kids, to be honest with you. I would probably die before I would let them touch my kids. So I don't know. Why didn't she tell CPS, this is the problem? This mother chicken over there. You know what I mean? Hey, Lakeside. Thank you, baby. Appreciate you so much, darling. Thank you, love. Appreciate you. Same, yeah. So it's a little confusing to me. Did he say slap on the head? Well, he does talk about Daniel whipping him on the ass.
Even like for a
person.
Listen,
She doesn't seem like an aggressive person. She seems like a non-confrontational
she's going to talk about
person.
Daniel whooping
very
ass.
non-confrontational. Does not believe in, like, for kids. She does not believe in any kind of corporal punishment. Like, she does not believe in a slap on the butt or even a slap on the hands.
Mm-hmm.
Now Daniel is more old school like myself, and I do believe in I do believe in a slap on the arse once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
For a kid that's,
him and Daniel are one and the same.
But why would she take the kids and do this and create this big of a stir?
Because number one, she wanted out of there. The relationship was not going so great for a few reasons.
I've heard that.
The relationship, she now financially, Daniel was doing his part, even though you see all these people on here screaming about Daniel working 1 day a week. Well, that's bullshit, because the mill he works at is just up the road from where I did live. I just moved not too long ago. It's only a half a mile up the road from where I live.
Mm-hmm.
And just on a sec, go here. And
yep.
the reason I got to know Daniel was,
I mean, you got to remember, Daniel came in Jack's life when he was 1 year old.
My youngest son worked at the same mill with him.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, they were only half a mile up the road. So they got to be pretty good friends, and they'd stop,
I wondered
of course,
that.
At the house.
Wondered that.
And my son's got an old camper and that down back that he sort of hangs out in by the water, and he enjoys it back there. So, wait, let's shut this phone off. So,
I wondered, did he get her on the rugs and she would accept things that she normally never would?
Anyway, that's how I got to know Daniel, by his association with my son.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Daniel, when anytime Daniel was around, and Daniel's another one. Daniel is not
I'm not
a
buying his
person
shit
at
here.
all.
If you haven't noticed my face.
He's not. He's a soft-spoken young man. He's not aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
He's very respectful.
Mm-hmm.
I like Daniel. I always did. And I realized I just had to shut that phone off. People are calling like crazy. I realize, and I don't know if you do or not, but a lot of people, I'm an older guy, and I've been through the mill a little bit with marriage and all that stuff and relationships. And no permanent relationship ever goes perfectly.
No, there's no such thing as a perfect relationship. But
that's exactly right.
But why?
And then when you add a few things.
But why?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Why do this? Why create this big stir? Like after the RCMP arrived, why didn't she say, hey, I just need to get away from Daniel. I don't know how to do it. The kids are here.
You just hit it right on the button. She wanted to get away from Daniel. She didn't know how to do it. And where I was going with what I was just saying to you is there are allegations of abuse in amongst there. And Malaya being so mild-mannered, I believe I don't have to believe.
Abuse from who?
I know she was. Pardon?
Abuse from who?
Well, what do you classify a slap on the arse as abuse? That's the whole question.
So in America, we are allowed, in most states, I think in all states actually, we're allowed to spank with the hand. And that's it. I think it's wrong. I don't think it teaches kids anything, but there are some people that are fine with it.
You just stated my case for me. You're a person.
No. There should never, listen, bruises are one thing, right? Bruises that happen, a kid falls or whatever. Constant bruises, black eyes, that kind of thing is different. Right, Daniel? And in my opinion, Daniel gave them.
Person that thinks it's wrong, and there's many people, but yet you just said it's legal in parts of the states, and many people think it's right. So it's a different.
I don't think it should be legal. You cannot lay physical contact on your spouse like that. You will go to jail. So why can it happen to a kid?
It's a difference of opinion, right? You just stated this better than I probably would. So Malaya and Daniel had those two different forms of opinion on it. Exactly what the two you stated.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now the two kids are not Daniels that are missing now.
Correct.
They were Sullivans.
Right.
And Malaya had a terrible time with Sullivan. He was very abusive. And I think Malaya was still, like, I don't know whether you believe in PTSD, but I think she had quite a bit of it from her previous relationship. And whenever Daniel has a temper.
This is all coming from Daniel. This is classic Daniel 101. He is so jealous of Cody. So jealous of Cody right here. He talks about Cody. Malaya was scared of Cody. Wouldn't go around Cody. No, that only started whenever she moved in to your junkyard. That's all.
But all he ever does when he has a temper is raise his voice. And that terrified Malaya. You know, whenever they'd have a disagreement, if Daniel raised his voice, it terrified.
Kind of brought those feelings back from her old relationship.
That's right.
I do not believe for a second that Daniel only raised his voice. I think he is a man that is jealous, that feels inferior, and is very different behind closed doors.
That's right. So what was going on, that was going on, but they had a good relationship. They were getting along very well for a long time. The kids were well looked after. I mean, I know it's just an old trailer, but you've got to understand something else too, that a lot of people live like that down here because the economy's bad. And everybody says about Malaya should have had money for the kids. Well, she had.
No. It's not about what you live in. It's how you take care of what you live in. That's the difference. I was looking in a magazine, and in Appalachia, in the United States, there's a lot of poor, very poor areas. And I saw this, I think it was like a 1 or 2 room house, and they cooked still on the fire stove. But they had their little 1 room. They're very poor people. They had it so clean and just took excellent care in everything that they had. Right? They took care of their kids. They took care of anything in the house. Right? What you live in doesn't make you a better parent or, or less than or anything like that. And no matter how much money you have, it doesn't make you a better parent, or it gives you more freedom, more options to, provide for your kids and stuff. But really, being a parent is what comes from within. Really, and how you treat your kids.
Some financial difficulties, and a lot of her money was frozen for quite a while. So, and like I said about working the 1 day a week, these mills down here, they close down in the spring and the fall for road closures, cross road closures, and then for the rest of the year. Now that mill usually 6 months is a small year, and it usually runs at least 9 months a year full time.
You got my point. I can't listen to him anymore.
Renewed every year.
I cannot listen to him anymore at all. That's all I'm giving him. But you get my point. They were pushing this out, that Malaya took these kids. She was seen, a vehicle came and took them. And now, why are they not pushing that now? What changed for Daniel? What changed? Something had to. Something certainly had to. Okay, sorry, I was just checking something right here. All right, moving on. Moving on here. Guys, do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up button. I'm going to show you guys this. Okay. Two seconds. Tomorrow, I'm thinking about starting a series on this and literally going back to day one. Day one of Jack and Lilly. Oh, that's what I was going to show you. and combing through every article as they came out, what Daniel said, what Malaya said, which there's only one thing Malaya said, really, and going through it that way again. All right, I want to show y'all this. I want you to listen to this little dispatch right here. I think it's 16 seconds. But I think it's very important. All right, here we go. Because there's so much lies in this that people
That's campground. That's KOA. It's across the road, and the people down there are aware. Keep an eye out. There's also a trail cam that was found on that road from staging area. We just trying to make contact with the owner there now to see if he had any footage.
Listen to that again.
That's campground. That's KOA. It's across the road, and the people down there are aware. Keep an eye out. There's also a trail cam that was found on that road from staging area.
The staging area. Oh, thank you, dear. Thank you so much. Can you draw a timeline for the series, time and what took place too? Yes, 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 yes. Oh, thank you, Joyous. I need a Tylenol after listening to Derwood. I know, me too. Oh my God. That man would make a preacher cuss. I'm telling you. Thank you so much, Joyous. I really do appreciate you. Well, the thing about it is, Derwood was Daniel's and Janie's useful idiot. That's all he was to them. And he thought he was getting somewhere. And he still thinks he's getting somewhere.
Just trying to make contact with the owner there now to see if he had any footage.
What's the staging area?
That's campground. That's KOA. It's across the road, and the people down there are aware. Keep an eye out. There's also a trail cam that was found on that road from staging area. We just trying to make contact with the owner there now to see if he had any footage.
So there is a... Okay, the RCMP staging area. Gotcha. Where they were set up. I wonder if they got any footage from there. That's what I wonder. Did they get any footage from that camera?
That's campground.
From
That's
the
KOA.
campground.
It's across the road, and the people down there are aware. Keep an eye out. There's also a trail cam that was found on that road from staging area.
Trail cam.
We just trying to make contact with the owner there now to see if he had any footage.
Malaya found Daniel a good way to be in less control. Well, he cannot control her anymore. That is for sure. That is for sure. Zoot, good to see you, honey. Hope you're well. Thank you so much, Jane. You go to the beach, Justin, for research sake also. I could use the beach. Good, Jane. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, dear. Thank you, Andrea. Appreciate you, darling, very much. Good to see you, darling. Hope you are well. Okay. Now, you guys know that I only... Oh, hold on. There was something new that came out, I think. With Daniel said, believe it or not, Lilly had a black eye from Wednesday. Is that why you kept... They kept those kids home for a reason. I'm telling... Oh. Uh-oh. 3 hours ago. National Post. What is this? Three hours ago. Step-grandmother of missing Nova Scotia kids pleads with public to stop accusing family of harming Lily and Jack. Oh, who's saying you harmed them? Who's saying you harmed them? I just believe you have more knowledge, in my opinion. They shouldn't even be worried about that. What, I can't read the damn thing now? It was just there. You piece of work. See if it'll let me do this right here. Or do I still have to buy it? Not right now. Okay. The grandmother of the two young children who vanished from rural Nova Scotia home almost 3 months ago is pleading for the public to stop spreading rumors about how the children's disappearance. What the hell? Rumors? Y'all were the one talking. Y'all were the one changing your stuff. The hell are you talking about? In an interview with CBC, Jayne Mackenzie describes the chaotic day that unfolded after 6-year-old Lilly Sullivan and 4-year-old Jack Sullivan went missing from their home in Lansdowne Station, Pictou County, on May 2nd. The siblings were last seen by the morning at their home they shared with their mother, Malaya Brooks-Murray, and their stepfather, Daniel Martell, Mackenzie's son. The mobile home sits along a gravel road surrounded by dense woods with RV parked nearby, where Mackenzie was staying at the time. The house was also has a back patio with sliding doors, which is most likely how the children got out that morning. In my opinion, she says, I blame myself for that morning for not getting the kids up. So it's just pretty much a crock of nothing. What's that? What's this? Okay. A heart don't lie, Janie says. Oh my God, Janie, your son certainly does. Janie, come on. Come on. And I wonder if Janie is taking up for Daniel for a reason. You really have to wonder. All right, let me get on with it. I just trying to see if there was anything else that's popped out in the last little bit. Just the national. And that's it. That's in the last 3. That was 3 days ago. I'm just making sure the CBC didn't put out anything else before we go on. I closed the door, got my boots on, came out here, ran up into the woods. I need to get a transcript. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a transcript of Miss Janie, Daniel, and Malaya of their video interviews. Because sometimes you can see things differently that way. I've done it so many times. I closed the door, got my boots on, came out here, ran up the woods, quote, end quote. I blame myself for not getting up that morning to see the kids because this would have never happened. Something happened. Sorry, I'm just looking at something. It looks completely different. They're getting this CPS ready. Yeah. That Daniel fixed all the steps and all that stuff. Oh, I took a picture. I took this picture earlier. I was going to show you guys. The kids were playing here, allegedly, right? They were playing here. Right there's, right, the window. Right there's the window. Are they putting up this fence right here? Are they putting up this fence right here? That is a grieving grandmother. That is a grieving grandmother. Okay, here we go. So, I want to go to my friend and yours, profiling with Pat Brown. What happened to the pool? Yeah, why'd they not put it up? And like I said yesterday, can you imagine? I don't believe for one iota of a second that she was going to put a pool up in her front of her windshield when she says her dog doesn't like hearing, and she doesn't like hearing Malaya screaming. Not Malaya. Lilly screaming. What do kids do when they're in the pool? They scream, they holler, they play, all of that. Right? And this pool is going to be in your windshield.
Not possible because that area is not visible in the footage. My ass.
Thank you. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate you.
A bullshit? A bullshit?
Lie detector determined that was a lie. You said no. The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Exactly. They splash, then cry. And who is going to watch them in the pool? Well, I guess Janie could sit in the driver's seat and watch them. All she had to do was sit there in the driver's seat and watch them. Yep, they're doing good. Yep. I'm sitting here in the driver's seat watching them at the pool. Okay, moving on. So, my favorite statement analysis and criminal profiler is obviously deception detective Pat Brown, and I can't think of the others right now because my brain is fried today. All right, I want to show you this is with Lilly Sullivan.
Hello, everyone. This is criminal profiler Pat Brown, and there has been an update.
Link is provided in the description for Pat Brown. This was done about a month ago.
From the RCMP in Nova Scotia concerning Lilly and Jack Sullivan, the missing children. And there's a lot of confusion over what the timeline that they are now presenting actually means. And when I did my last video, which I'll link below, where I analyzed what might have happened to the two children, I pointed out that there was a gap in time where they were last seen.
Sub up to her, you'll love her.
They hadn't been in
She's
school,
a great
and then when they were missing, I said, well, you know, there might be about 72 hours which are unaccounted for. This was important to me as a profiler because
just take those turns, Joe.
The more time you have where children are unaccounted for, is the more time you have to do something with them if you did something to them.
Yep.
So you would have a few days to work with. If something happened to them, you could move them to some other location, even quite far away. You could drive a couple hours and find a remote place and bury them and then come back home. And nobody's going to be looking 2 hours away. They're only going to be looking in the vicinity because you say that's where they went.
All right. I want to hear your comments right now. Put a 1 in the chat if you think the kids are within 10 mile or we'll do 10 miles of the home, and put a 2 if you think they're further
missing. So that's why I pointed out that at the point in time when I did the video, there was only 72 hours that was sort of unaccounted for at that time. Now the RCMP has made a statement. And let me read you what the statement is, because I find it very interesting. And let me read it to you first. The RCMP in Nova Scotia are looking for more video footage of 2 young children who vanished nearly 4 weeks ago, and are now confirming the siblings were seen in public with family members the day before being reported missing.
I agree,
okay,
Patty.
This is very important, because if this is true, the 3 days which they might have had to work with if the parents were involved is now shrunk down to less than 24 hours, which still gives a reasonable amount of time, mind you. But that is important because you're trying to figure out what time frame anybody had to work with. Now, mind you, the RCMP has said they don't believe the children were abducted, which is fascinating in it right there, because what proof do they have that they weren't abducted? Because if the children managed to get out of their yard and somebody theoretically...
I think something happened Thursday night, and I think they had plenty of time.
Them. Why would they say they don't believe they were abducted? Well, they must have some reason to believe that, which ends up being 2 possibilities then. One, the children truly did get out of the backyard and go off into...
Christine, thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Thank you so much, love. Good to see you. Hope you are well. Thank you. And Marla, good to see you, love. Thank you so much for renewing your membership, my darling. Good to see you. Yeah. Pat, she's been doing profiling for years. She's been on a lot of shows.
The woods there, and they just haven't found their bodies because they got lost in... It's hard to find bodies sometimes, especially small ones. Or something happened to those children that has to do with the parents that were in the house. And what I pointed out in my video last time was people keep talking about how the place is trashy and, it's a horrible, there's cars everywhere and there's junk everywhere, and that means the parents are bad people. That just, I disagree with that. There's a lot of people who live out country way, shall we say. They love fixing up cars. There's a lot of guys who like to get hold of a car that's instead.
Now, I understand what Pat is saying, and I understand that, but I'm not sure if Pat knows that the inside was just like the outside. Wendy, thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you very, very much. Very, very much. Thank you, love. If you received that gifted membership, make sure you thank our beloved Wendy. Thank you so much. And yeah, I was raised in the country, but we took care of what we had. Didn't have much, but what we had, we took care of. And I just think Daniel had other priorities. Flat out.
Buying a brand new car, they get hold of a car somebody's getting rid of, and they love to fix those cars up. And so they tend to have a lot of cars around. And then if they just have a backyard where they got chickens, which they do, and they put toys out, and they have, they're maybe not the neatest people. But that has nothing to do with the fact that they did anything to their children. Lindsay Clancy, who murdered 3 of her children up in Massachusetts, had a gorgeous house, everything absolutely pristine. All the children's toys were in proper places. She was absolutely a neatnik, and she killed 3 children.
Yep.
So that has nothing to do with just because you don't like the way they don't clean up enough. They got junk everywhere. It has nothing to do with that. The children can't be running around happily, especially in a big backyard with there's chickens and there's a play set and there's toys. I don't see any real good reason why they would have gone out of that yard in a short period of time. Some people said they saw there could be like some kind of holes in the fencing that they could get through. Yeah, maybe, but did they have a good reason to? In a short period of time that the mom and stepdad say they were out there playing, I find that hard to believe. So for me, it isn't a matter of what the place was too junky. It was that the children had a nice place to play, regardless of what you think of that, how pristine it was. And children don't give a crap about that. So
Charlotte, do you have
and
iPhone?
They're used to being out in the backyard. Why are they running away, into the woods? I mean, so that's why I'm suspicious about the children disappearing on their own. But the RCMP says they weren't abducted, which is interesting because that only leaves that
they've only made a couple things clear. That there is no sign of them that they walked off. There is no sign that they were abducted. Okay. So Charlotte needs a does anyone have an iPhone link? Any of my mods?
Mom and stepdad in the focus.
Check.
That doesn't mean they did anything, but it just put the big, huge light on them. All right, so let me read a little further on this. Lilly and so they were supposedly seen in public one day before they had gone missing. They were seen in public with family members. And a lot of people have said, what does that mean? They were seen in public with family members. I don't know. And this is a problem. In theory, if it's video, if they have a video view of the children in public or the family members, then we've definitely down to less than 24 hours. And that would be absolute. If it wasn't video, somebody said they saw the children with family members. Witnesses are always a little sketchy. Did they really see them? Don't know. Or were they in a vehicle driving by
did
and they
confirm
saw
that
them,
part.
But, they didn't know if they were those people and those kids, and if the kids were alive. All kinds of possibilities. But the RCMP is saying they're confirming the siblings were seen in public with family members a day before being reported missing, which when a police agency makes a confirmation, you would think they mean it. Okay. Lilly and Jack Sullivan, age 6 and 4, were reported missing from their home in Lansdowne Station, Nova Scotia, on May 2nd. Now keep the May 2nd in mind. In a Wednesday update, RCMP said they confirmed the 2 were, quote, observed in public with family members on the afternoon of May 1st, based on details they've gathered. They later clarified that confirmation was made by both video evidence and eyewitness accounts. Well, I don't know why they had to later clarify it, but they're claiming at this point, RCMP, that there is video evidence. And if that is true, then the children, just a narrow timeline or 24 hours when the children could have disappeared.
That could be true. I think it also depends on what time of day it is as well.
As opposed to just the morning of the 2nd. All right, now, then it gets a little weird. Police also said investigators have collected hours of video from the area surrounding Lansdowne Station, which is excellent. We're now asking anyone who has dash cam footage or video along Garlick Road.
Hold on,
I'm not sure I'm pronouncing it right, but okay. Garlick Road between 12 p.m. on April 28th and 12 p.m. on May 2nd to contact us. Wait a minute. If they were seen, and you actually have confirmed they were seen the afternoon of May 1st. What do you care happened prior to May 1st? April 28th, April 29th. What the heck? Why do you even care? I don't even understand that. Because if they were alive on the 1st, all the other stuff is meaningless.
I would love to hear the 911 call, is what I would love to hear.
Because they say they aren't looking at an abduction. If you were looking at an abduction, you'd be saying, what sketchy people might be, rolling around in the area that we don't even know who they are. They're acting weird, or they're looking for children. You could go there, but they're saying there's no abduction. The children either got lost, which would have happened exactly on May 2nd. So you don't care what happens before May 2nd, or if their parents, somebody on that property did something to them, then you would only care if you saw them on May 1st for sure.
The
You'd only care about those next 24 hours. I don't even know why.
The RCMP said they were seen the day before. In my opinion, Daniel was meeting someone in the parking lot.
They're looking further back, unless, are they telling the truth about their video evidence that the children were alive on May 1st? I find that very conflicting, and I don't quite understand that. And then they say, police said they're committed to exploring all possibilities when it comes to the case. Okay, well, you should explore all possibilities. And as a profiler, even if I have a viewpoint which I'm pushing, let's say 85%, 90% in this direction, I'm not going to let go of the other percentage.
I dropped it low.
This could be one of those freaky things where, man, everything looked like it went this way, but it actually is this. So I can't say that the children didn't wander away. I personally can't say they weren't abducted. I can't say whether the parents did something to them. What I can say is I find the abduction thing very unlikely, considering where they're located and how much time the mom and stepdad said
So let's say they got home. I think they got home around 3 or 4 Thursday, allegedly. In my opinion, something could have happened to them as early as 9 o'clock Thursday. Right? 9 o'clock. And if that is the case, and they didn't call till 10, that is 13 hours. 13 hours. I mean, like I said, it could have been closer to 7. It could have even been longer. I'm just thinking the night usually sets in and people's behavior, I thought 8 hours were bad. Right? Daniel was, text was saying that they were not seen at the mall. Okay, so I let me clear that up for you. So thank you for Daniel did write this, but he was, look at this. Daniel says right here, Daphne, kids were not seen at the mall. He's responding to a bunch of different things. So Daphne, I think she said that they were seen at the mall. It's like a strip mall there. And it wasn't the mall. It technically was Proudfoot's Hardware. Proudfoot's Hardware. And that is the name of it. I swear to God. I'm not just making that. Proudfoot's Hardware, I think it is. I'll tell you in just 1 second. Yeah, Proudfoot's Hardware. Ironic, I know. I know. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Yes, Proudfoot's Hardware. Yeah, I mean, there's different types of malls, right? There's malls where you go, it's one building and you walk through a bunch of different stores. And there's malls where you park and they have their own entrance, right? And Daniel says that is where they were at. When is it dusk in Nova Scotia? It's been so long since I've looked it up. I can't remember. I'm serious, Holly. I'm serious. Proudfoot's Hardware. Yep. Charlotte, thank you so much, my dear. Welcome to the Pearl family. We really do appreciate you, my dear. You got it set up. There you go. Magdalena, thank you so much. Love the name. Welcome to the Pearl family, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support as well, honey. Thank you. Good to see you. Y'all welcome Magdalena and Charlotte to the Pearl family. Well, if that was a sign, if that was not a sign for Sebastian's case. Yeah. 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 Daphne told me that. She's like, yeah, it's Proudfoot Hardware. And I was like, are you shitting me? I was like, are you joking? She's like, swear. I was like, oh, okay. Crazy world. Crazy world. What was it? What night was it that they got in at 10? That was Wednesday. And they were supposedly at Patty's, doing laundry for 10 freaking hours. Yeah. Hold on. Let me see here. Proudfoot Hardware. Picto. Let's see here. This is it. Yeah. I've done the street view and all that. This is Proudfoot Hardware. Right there. And they just sell a little bit of everything. $8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Sunday 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Interesting. Also, you can do it. I can show you here as well. And what were they doing here? Were they getting stuff for their fence, or were they getting stuff for them? Cull Lumber. Cull Lumber. For a second, I was a blonde right there. I was such a blonde right there. I'm like, they don't know how to spell cucumber? Oh my God. Oh my God. But it's like, rough lumber, you know, the coals of it. That's oh, I've heard of that place. I was like, it said CULL, and then it's got CULL, and it's got or CUL. How does it go? As like CULL, and then underneath of it's got lumber. Columber. Like, why did they spell cucumber wrong? Yeah, Proudfoots have both the picto and so. Oh, really? Okay, the real me too. The Proudfoots created the templates for a disappearing kid. I don't know. It seems like after Summer Wells, it's all been downhill. All been downhill, to say the least. All right, guys. I think that's all I got for tonight. I will be over at Shares here in just 30 minutes or so. I think 30 minutes. I don't know if she's still listening, but rough boards, what they bent or twist. Yeah, imperfect lumber. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you, Grace. Thank you, Lexa. Thank you all. I know, Eileen. I know. I'll be over there if you guys want to join us over there. I believe I'm not sure if Mandy's going to be on there tonight. I'll try, Panda. I don't know if I can. I've got to do something and then I've got to jump over there, but I'll try. If I got it, I might have just a few minutes if I can talk. So yeah, join us over there. It'll be me, Cher, and Tammy. Thank you, Say What. Appreciate you very much. We have a great people. Great people. All right, guys. Much love. Really do appreciate it. It's Voices Behind the Wall. Voices Behind the Wall. Thank you, Lily. Thank you all. Appreciate you. God bless each and every one of you. Daniel, Malaya, Janie. Please tell the truth. Good night, everyone. God bless. Good night.